Hello students, today we're going to learn how to make a very simple photo mosaic. The first thing you need to do is you need to select a main photo that you're going to put your photo mosaic on top of, and you need to crop it into a square. The next thing you're going to need to do is select 16 other photos. For the simplicity of this tutorial, I have selected just 4, and I am reusing those same 4. So I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to make sure that I'm selected on pixels, and I'm going to make something 500, 500, and 300 resolution. From here we need to create a grid, and so we're going to go up to View and New Guides, and we want to start with horizontal, and I'm going to go to 25%. View, New Guide, horizontal 50%, View, New Guide, horizontal 75%. We need to do the same thing vertically. So View, New Guide, 25%. Okay, so now we have a 16 picture grid that we can begin to place photos into. And so what we're going to do first is I am then going to go to File and Place, and I'm going to look for on my desktop the photos that I want. And here's my first mosaic picture. It's rather large. I want to lock it out. And what I want to do is I want to make it smaller so that it almost fits in this square. Now you notice that this is not a perfectly square photo, so I'm going to have to eliminate some things from it. So I'm first going to hit Enter. I'm going to go over this picture and I'm going to rasterize the layer, because then what I'm going to do is highlight the box here. Again, while I'm still on that layer, I'm going to select Inverse. I'm selecting everything else and I'm hitting delete. So what that does is it deletes the bottom there. It's not affecting my background, just the picture. So then I go to select and deselect, and I'm going to do this with 4 more images for you to see. File and Place. I pick my second image. I Control T, I lock it out, make it small enough so it fits into that space. I use my marquee tool to highlight what I want to keep. I need to rasterize my layer, and now I need to select Inverse and delete that out, and then select Deselect. Okay, so File, Place, third picture. So you'll see that most of this is going to be time intensive just on finding the images that you want, rasterizing the layers, and getting them to fit in the space. Now what I imagine could save you some time would be to actually crop the pictures first, kind of in a more square pattern, so that you wouldn't have to do this once you bring it in here. But either way, you're going to have to spend some time doing that. Okay, one last one to place. And again, you're going to use 16 different photos for the good of time here on my trying to teach you all of this in a short period of time. I am selecting just 4. Okay, rasterize my layer again. Select, Inverse, and delete. Okay. Now what I have done for mine is I actually used the same 4 photos, and what I did is I copied them and then I put them into a different kind of pattern so that it looks like a bunch of different pictures rather than a full pattern here. And interestingly enough, using the word pattern, we're going to create a pattern to make this mosaic. So we're going to go up to Edit and Define Pattern. I'm going to call it Mosaic 100 because I've made a few of these. Okay, as my pattern. Then I go back to my original photo, which is of me and my square. I'm putting my pictures of my students on top of this particular image. So I am going to go to Edit and Fill, and I want to fill with that pattern. So I click on, first of all, Fill. I may have to choose Pattern, and I choose my custom pattern, and my most recent one will be at the end. You can see I've made a few of these, but my last one will be here. I select OK, and now I have filled that pattern. Oops, I need to step backward. I apologize. I need to add a layer before I do that edit and fill with a pattern. My apologies. Okay, now you still can't see me. So what we need to do first, though, is we're going to desaturate this layer. And then we're going to change the opacity to around 50%. And there you have a very simple photo mosaic. And you can, adjust the images as you like. Now realize that when I made mine here, again, you can kind of see a pattern because I only have 4 different images. Once you have 16 different pictures and you decide which ones to lay over top, you can make your own photo mosaic. I need you to do this tutorial with my pictures as well as selections of your own. Good luck.